Got my little gold statue out, even though it's Mario. So that can only mean one thing. It's Oscar season, baby! Sunglasses on, like Jack Nicholson at the Academy Awards. A 1, 2, 3, 4! Hey everyone, welcome to Mr. Teach Film Preach, and if you're a lover of films like I am, and if you learn from films as much as I do, then you are in the right place. And if you're in the right place, feel free to click like down below and subscribe as well. That would be beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited to talk about our stuff today. Can't wait to get into it because it is Oscar season. Even though this year is a very difficult year with all the crazy, depressing films that came out, it was a hard season to get through, I'm not gonna lie. We are here today to talk about these Academy Award nominated films, and so I'm gonna give my personal picks for what I would vote for the Academy Award, and then I'm also gonna give my prediction at what the Oscars are going to give the golden statue to. I kind of left out hair and makeup and costume design, documentary feature, and the short films. I haven't seen any of them, but besides that, all the other categories are fair game, and we're going to talk about them today. So
let's get this party started.
First on my list is production design. So for me, out of this entire list, the only ones that really make any sort of sense is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom or Mank. I'm gonna have to go ahead and lean towards Mank getting the coveted prize. Next up is Best International Feature. It's going to another round. How can it go to anything else? This movie should even be considered in the Best Picture run in my mind. Best Visual Effects, to be honest, I haven't seen one of these movies on this list, and that's the one and only Ivan. That's not gonna win it. Neither is Mulan. I didn't even think Mulan was actually that well CGI. It was okay. The Midnight Sky, it's sort of a space genre. Love and Monsters was actually really well done, but again, it's not sort of that film that is outstanding visual effects. The only movie from this past year that had jaw-dropping, amazing visual effects really is Tenet, which is my choice, and that is also going to be the Academy Awards choice on Sunday. Best Sound. I mean, there's a couple of great films in this list for sound. For me, my personal pick, after watching Sound of Metal a few nights ago, to me that the sound in that movie is incredible, and sometimes the lack of sound is incredible. The way that they distorted things for our main character Ruben, and the way that they showed it, just a very creative way to step into the mind of a person who is going deaf. Also think that the Academy Award is going to give Sound of Metal Best Sound. If it's not Sound of Metal, it has to go to Soul. Best Film Editing. Usually it goes to the movie that gets the most edits and cuts and creative ways to show things. The most sort of like edited movie this year was The Trial of the Chicago 7. But I don't think actually it was edited all that great. I thought Mank was an absolute mess how it was edited. Same as The Father. Some people are gonna really disagree with me on this, but I think The Father was confusing at times. On purpose, I get that, but also at times it was so distortive that it was hard to grasp onto and it frustrated me. So that movie's out. The only one to me, because of the editing and with the creativity with the sound, Sound of Metal is also going to win Best Film Editing as well. If it doesn't go to Sound of Metal, it's going to go to The Trial of the Chicago 7. I think the Academy is going to give it to The Trial of the Chicago 7, but I'm hoping for a surprise from the Academy's end. Best Cinematography. There were some great looking movies this year. Mank was really great, but that black and white hue and sort of the lighting style of the 1930s and 40s films from the classic Hollywood era, I don't think it's actually really in the end that great looking of a film. My personal choice is for Sean Bobbitt to win the Academy Award for Judas and the Black Messiah. That movie was shot beautifully. The colors, the way that they lit the scene, and the wide shots that they had in the action scenes, and the really intricate scenes in the hall when Fred Hampton is speaking in front of the large crowds. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. The Academy Award loved their Nomadland, and I think they're gonna love it even more so here. Cinematography. And if you're looking at the whole package of things that Nomadland is going to win on Oscar night. I think cinematography is going to be a part of that package. Best original score, hands down, has to go to Soul. Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor, again, amazing combination, just awesome composers, and they created a beautiful, brilliant soundtrack to accompany this not bad Pixar film. So I think both the Academy and myself are going to choose Soul for the winner for best score. Best original song, none of the songs this year really, I actually even enjoyed that much. Kind of a shot in the dark, but I think it's going to be One Night in Miami, and I think the Academy is going to also give it to One Night in Miami as well. All right, now we're getting into my personal favorite category. Best original screenplay. There's a couple of different choices I feel like they could go with this year, but for me, my personal pick was Promising Young Woman. I think it was written very intelligently, got some great messages throughout it. It is a gut punch of a film. It's got some great, interesting characters that you despise. It has a main character that you sympathize with, but you're not sure if you're on her side. There's some really great dynamics that was created for this film. And that's why I think for me, it's my choice. It gets my vote for best original screenplay. However, I don't know if the Academy is going to agree with me or not. I'm holding out that they give Promising Young Woman its just rewards, but I could also see the Academy giving it to The Trial of the Chicago 7. They love their Aaron Sorkin. Best adapted screenplay, give it to Nomadland. Chloe Zhao wrote a really intricate, in-depth, moving character piece that I think is really well done. Not quite the conventional screenplay film either, because a lot of it does rely on its actor and performances, and also the mood that she's able to create, and she directed the hell out of this movie. It's not a conventional screenplay. I think it's very imaginative, and I think the Academy is going to also give it the coveted Golden Prize as well. Best animated feature. It's gonna go to Soul. Yeah, everyone's in love with this movie. My personal pick would have been Onward, and I know a lot of people think that's strange you would pick Onward over Soul. Go look at my top 10 films of 2020 and go look at my review for Soul. I like the film, I wasn't in love with it, and I don't think it's the masterpiece that everyone is making it out to be. Now, saying that, Onward may not also be a masterpiece either. I found that actually this year was quite a weak year for animated films. I would choose Onward personally, but I know the Academy is going to give it to Soul. The Academy Awards and I are going to see eye to eye, I think, I'm hoping, on the Best Supporting Actor and the Best Supporting Actress category. My personal vote for Best Supporting Actress goes to Yoo Jung-young for Minari. She is incredible in this film. I think she actually blows everyone else out of the water. The only possibility that I could see being an upset is that they might give it to Olivia Colman or maybe Minari. I don't know. Best Supporting Actor, Daniel Kaluuya, take home that coveted Oscar. There is no one else going to win this year, and I think the Oscars are going to 100% agree with me. Go Daniel Kaluuya, you can do it. Loved you since Skins, loved you in Get Out, loved you in Judas and the Black Messiah. Best Actress. This was a hard category for me personally this year. Viola Davis, been there, done that. She's got an Oscar very recently. Yes, she was amazing in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, but it's a very theatrical and very big performance, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's the greatest, and I just don't see her beating out a couple of the other actresses who are nominated in this category. To me, it's a race between Frances McDormand and Carey Mulligan. Love to see Vanessa Kirby win and make a big upset, but I don't think she really has a chance right now. And honestly, my personal favorite pick is Carey Mulligan. Part of that is because Frances McDormand already has 2 Oscars. We don't need to... I hate when the Oscars give actors like multiple awards. 1, great. 2, okay, maybe they had an incredible, outstanding performance that no one could ever beat. But 3, come on, guys. It's like Daniel Day-Lewis or Meryl Streep getting 3, 4 Oscars or whatever they have. It's ridiculous. Stop. Give other actors their accolades. But let's mix it up a little bit. So that's why I really hope that they don't give it to Frances McDormand, and my personal pick is Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman, but I think the Oscars are going to stick with their favorite, Frances McDormand, for Nomadland. Best Actor in a Leading Role category. For me, it's a simple case of, do they want to give it to Anthony Hopkins for his second Oscar win, or are they going to give it to the career-long deserving title to Chadwick Boseman and honor him and his legacy with an Academy Award? Now, for me, I gotta say, neither one of those are my favorite performance this year.
You suck, you jackass.
Yes, Anthony Hopkins was brilliant in The Father, but he has an Oscar already. Also, I think because The Father just came out and it's really fresh in everyone's mind and people are excited about it. That being said, though, my favorite performance wasn't Chadwick Boseman or Anthony Hopkins this year. After watching Sound of Metal the other night, I would vote for sure and give this award to Riz Ahmed. He was fantastic in Sound of Metal. He was incredible. I cried multiple times because of him. I fell in love with him. He broke my heart. I hated him at times. He took me through an entire roller coaster of emotions, unlike anyone else in this category did. Gary Oldman, get the out of here with Mank. Steven Yeun is amazing. It's just not his Oscar year. I think he will get one at one point. He is a powerhouse of a performer. It's just not his year. So my choice would be Riz Ahmed, but I think the Academy is going to go to Chadwick Boseman. Best Director, Sound of Metal should have been nominated for Best Director in here. But out of this list, I'm going to have to personally say, I would love David Fincher to finally win his Academy Award, his way overdue Oscar statue. I mean, if he won for Mank, I wouldn't be upset. I just would be sad that that's the movie that they're going to honor him for when they missed out on like Fight Club or The Social Network or Gone Girl. Any of those, I would have given it to him way over Mank. But my real choice is going to be Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. She is not going to win, which is unfortunate, but she'll have lots of opportunity. I think they're going to go with Chloe Zhao. There is no other choice. I think the Academy Awards is in love with this movie. I think they're in love with what Chloe Zhao did. I think she directed the hell out of this movie and did a fantastic job. So my choice is Promising Young Woman, but I think the Academy Award is going to go and give it to Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. Best Picture. Now, I'm not sure what I would replace these with necessarily, but to me, like, Mank is not a Best Picture nominated film. It shouldn't even be on this list. Loves to award films that are about Hollywood. This is not the movie to do it with. Minari is a fantastic movie and it's beautiful, but again, the story just wasn't quite there to really make it a Best Picture film. Sound of Metal is a wonderful movie, but it relies so heavily on its performances. Probably actually one of my favorite films out of the entire list of movies on here, and I would love for it to win, but I just don't quite think it's up to that level of a Best Picture winner. Promising Young Woman actually was one of my most favorite and entertaining films on this entire list. Maybe be my choice if it wasn't for another little film that I enjoyed just a little bit more, which was Judas and the Black Messiah. To me, this film has all the things of a Best Picture winner. It's got really great social commentary. It's got wonderful performances, a great story, directed really well. Cinematography is astonishing. It looks great. It sounds great. It has a wonderful emotional punch in it. It's got some great dialogue. It has a beautiful career-making performance by Daniel Kaluuya and a great leading actor performance by Lakeith Stanfield. I think this movie is being overlooked simply because the Oscars just love Nomadland and the critics just are eating this film up. And I really don't think Nomadland is a Best Picture winner. It doesn't have an amazing story. It doesn't have a great tension-filled movie. It moves very slow. It's kind of got one tone throughout the entire film. I talk about that in my Nomadland review, and it's probably why I didn't score that movie quite as high as I did with Judas and the Black Messiah. But I think the Academy is obsessed with this film. The one that I would vote for Best Picture is Judas and the Black Messiah, but I think they're going to go ahead and give Chloe Zhao Best Director and Best adapted screenplay. They're going to give it also best cinematography, and it's going to win best picture. It's going to be a night for Nomadland. Thanks so much for coming out and checking out my predictions, my personal choices, and what about all of you? Please let me know down below in the comments section, what are your choices? What was your favorite best picture film? Let me know all of your choices down below in the comments. And while you're down there, click like and subscribe. That would be wonderful, and I would so appreciate it. Mwah. So exciting to be ending the Oscar season. I felt like it's gone on forever this year. Come back and check out some more Mr. Teach Film Preach, and check out some other reviews here and here for Promising Young Woman, Judas and the Black Messiah, Soul, Minari, and Nomadland. Hopefully you have a great day. Stay safe and healthy out there. And as always, let's get taught.